The third and final debate of the 2016 election season opened with a more measured tone. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump discussing substantive policy differences on issues from gun rights to abortion to immigration. But it didn't take long for the gloves to come off in Vegas, Trump refusing to say whether he'll accept the results of the election, following days of ramped-up talk that it could be rigged.
Do you make the same commitment that you will absolutely accept the result of this election?
I will look at it at the time. I'm not looking at anything now. I'll look at it at the time. What I've seen is so bad. First of all, the media is so dishonest and so corrupt, and the pile-on is so amazing. I will tell you at the time. I'll keep you in suspense.
Well,
okay?
Chris, let me respond to that because that's horrifying. You know, every time Donald thinks things are not going in his direction, he claims whatever it is rigged against him. He lost the Iowa caucus. He lost the Wisconsin primary. He said the Republican primary was rigged against him. There was even a time when he didn't get an Emmy for his TV program 3 years in a row, and he started tweeting that the Emmys were rigged against him.
Should have gotten it.
This is a mindset. This is how Donald thinks.
That exchange came moments after Trump was questioned about and flatly denied a string of sexual assault allegations.
Well, first of all, those stories have been largely debunked. Those stories are all totally false. I have to say that. And I didn't even apologize to my wife, who's sitting right here, because I didn't do anything.
You know, Donald thinks belittling women makes him bigger. He goes after their dignity, their self-worth, and I don't think there is a woman anywhere who doesn't know what that feels like.
Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody. She mentions this, which is all fiction, all fictionalized, probably or possibly started by her and her very sleazy campaign. But I will tell you, what isn't fictionalized are her emails, where she destroyed 33,000 emails criminally.
The candidates also sparred over foreign policy, Clinton accusing Trump of being a puppet of Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Putin, from everything I see, has no respect for this person.
Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And it's pretty clear.
You're the puppet.
It's pretty clear you won't admit that the
puppet.
Russians have engaged in cyber attacks against the United States of America, that you encouraged espionage against our people, that you are willing to spout the Putin line because he has a very clear favorite in this race.
She doesn't like Putin because Putin has outsmarted her at every step of the way.
Trump repeatedly sought to paint Clinton as an ineffective career politician with few major achievements.
And you do have experience. I say the one thing you have over me is experience, but it's bad experience because what you've done has turned out badly. If you become president, this country is going to be in some mess, believe me.
He raised the 30 years of experience. So let me just talk briefly about that. In the 1980s, I was working to reform the schools in Arkansas. He was borrowing $14 million from his father to start his businesses. And on the day when I was in the Situation Room monitoring the raid that brought Osama bin Laden to justice, he was hosting the Celebrity Apprentice.
Wrong.
Throughout the debate, the disdain that the candidates have for one another was palpable.
What we want to do is to replenish the Social
Such a nasty
Security
woman.
Trust Fund.
Please let
I
Mr.
think
Trump speak.
He's unfit, and he proves it every time
You
he
are
talks.
the one that's unfit.
With less than 3 weeks to go before Election Day, Trump is hoping this third and final debate did enough to recapture some of his eroding Republican support in must-win states, so that he can turn around a race that appears to be slipping from his grasp. Kelly Daschle, Associated Press.